In regards to a new world order, there is a secular agenda, and then there is a religious agenda. We will cover the secular first that will lead to the religious agenda. So let me first say what the secular agenda is not. It's not about moving another country into the driver's seat of the world. It's not about moving one country out of leadership so another country can be the leader. Like for instance, it's not about Russia or China looking to be the new leader of the world order, though this is clearly how the news is framing it. But no, that is not what the agenda is about. So understanding the secular agenda, we need to understand what the current world order is. I mean, you can't have a new world order without having something to replace. So what is the current world order? The current world order is run by the United States. This is confirmed by the article in the Wall Street Journal that was just put out on February 22nd of this year. The headline reads, Putin address takes swipe at US-led world order. Very clear. The United States is the world power in control of the world order. They have been the ones that have set the terms for all the countries in the world. They have established the most military bases in the world. Their currency, the United States dollar, is known as King Dollar all around the world. It is the currency of choice for most people in the world. If you go internationally, they often prefer the United States dollar compared to their own currency. The United States leadership is the current world order. So it's obvious that in this coming new world order, the United States will no longer be in that leadership role. It would not be new if it was still the same. The point is that the world order will be changing and reset. In regards to the economic reset, they do not wish the world to work under multiple currencies, dependent and controlled by each nation. The world wants a world currency that prices everything in the world at the same value regardless of where you are. There will be a one world currency. That's the economic reset. In regards to a societal reset, they want to move the whole world to a complete socialistic style of government where there's only the rich and the poor. And in order to stop injustices and inequalities, our lives will be completely censored and controlled. In regards to the geopolitical reset, this nationalism that places one country's needs above the rest of the world will not be tolerated any longer. The mindset of the world will be the world's best interest over one particular nation. And in order to facilitate this, they will be moving to a one world government. The world will be run from a United Nations government, which is why we have seen the promotion of being global citizens. Now, in regards to the environmental reset, you'll see the world will be run less about profits and earnings and more about the climate. The rich will be rich. It will be less about profits and more about climate change. Everything will be tied to environmental sustainability. And in regards to a technological reset, the world will be moved into the metaverse, where most of the world will transact and live out their daily lives. This is how things will be reset and form what we will see as a new world order. But again, that is the secular view. This is what the world is moving directly towards after economic collapse, world conflicts, and nuclear war. But that is not the main agenda of the New World Order. Those are just the major spokes on the wheel that will create the conditions for the true goal behind the New World Order. Remember, like I said, there's a secular agenda, but the most important agenda of the New World Order is religious. The real agenda behind a New World Order is much more darker than a shift in business, economics, and government. Even though none of what I mentioned earlier is minor, it's just not the main agenda. What a New World Order truly is transitioning the world from being under the Judeo-Christian world order to a satanic Luciferian world order. Its ultimate goal is moving the world from under the rule of the Most High, Yahuwah, to Satan being worshipped as God. One of the biggest conspiracies you have in the Bible is found in Isaiah chapter 14, verses 13 and 14. In reference to Lucifer, it says, "For you have said in your heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of Elohim. I will also sit on the mount of the congregation on the farthest sides of the north. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. You see, Lucifer wants to be like the Most High. And this world agenda is about creating the conditions for him to be able to do so. He wants to place himself in priority over our Father in heaven. He wants to be who we refer to as the Most High. And though he knows he will not win, he is working in men through deception to achieve this goal. This is the main point of this conflict. The world is basically a playground for Satan to move the hearts of men away from the Most High and prove that the world likes his way more. And there is a complete agenda that Satan is walking us through in order to achieve this goal. He doesn't have the same power that Yahuwah, our Creator, has, so he has to move in darkness and deception in order to gather enough power to imitate the power of Yah. He's not omniscient, which is having complete or unlimited knowledge, awareness, or understanding, perceiving all things. No, Yah is. He's not omnipotent, which is having unlimited power, being able to do anything. Yah is. And he's not omnipresent in all places at all times, but Yah is. So what Satan is doing is creating a world that he can imitate those qualities in his own false way. And understanding that will allow you to understand much of the structures you see being built in this world, while they are trying to track and monitor us all, to know what we are even thinking, and to be able to see everything happening everywhere, holding all the power of how the world works. I mean, it's real deep. But the main conflict is that Lucifer wants to be like the Most High. And we are in the middle of this conflict because our Father has not forced us to comply to him and has given us the power of choice. This may surprise people because for the majority, Freemasonry is looked at as just an organization. To many people, it's known as a secret society, but it is in fact a religion. What you need to understand is that the goal of the religion of Freemasonry is to spread the light of Freemasonry to the world. So what is the light of Freemasonry? In order to understand that, you must understand who their God is. In Albert Pike's book, Morals and Dogma, he explains this on page 321. When discussing the 19th degree, they reveal who their God is. The apocalypse is, to those who receive the 19th degree, the apotheosis of that sublime faith which aspires to God alone and despises all the pomp and works of Lucifer. Lucifer, the light bearer, strange and mysterious name to give to the spirit of darkness. Lucifer, the son of the morning. It is he who bears the light, and with its splendors intolerable blinds feeble, sensual, or selfish souls. Doubt it not, for traditions are full of divine revelations and inspirations, and inspiration is not of one age nor of one creed. Plato and Philo also were inspired. You see, Lucifer is their god. Lucifer means light bearer. They are spreading his light to the world. The ultimate conspiracy is going back to Lucifer's whole goal of being like the Most High and ascending to his heights. They believe that the true God of the Bible, Yahuwah, they believe that he is evil, and their mission is to remove his influence from this world. They have been tasked with turning darkness into light, turning evil to good. And the Bible has prepared us for this and told us this is exactly what Satan will do. The Apostle Paul warned us in 2 Corinthians chapter 11, verses 14 and 15. It says, "And no wonder, for Satan himself transforms himself into an angel of light. Therefore, it is no great thing if his ministers also transform themselves into ministers of righteousness, whose end will be according to their works." But because people don't read and study their Bibles, they don't recognize this. These men are pushing darkness to the world, but calling it light. They believe they are agents of light, though they are truly agents of darkness. And the actual true goal of the world is to be moved into this new world order where Satan is worshipped as God, moving the world into a one world religion. And this is what a new world order truly is about. You can look at it as secular conspiracy about people trying to gain more power, but it is far, far deeper than that. Just like there are true believers in Yah who truly desire his kingdom, there is also the opposite side that are true believers and followers of Satan who believe in bringing about Satan's kingdom on earth. You see, this is all Bible prophecy, and it all has to happen. The real truth in this world are that there are families with satanic bloodlines that Satan gave power to. The same power he tried to tempt Yahushua with in the wilderness. Satan gave them this power in order to implement this agenda. They have and they yield enormous, unimaginable power. People behind the scenes, while they put people like US presidents and Putin and Xi in our faces to play the role as one with power. These families worship Satan as God and are committed to bringing about the devil's dominion. Everything we need to know about this world has been told to us in Scripture. Enough of us do not apply it to our real lives enough. We use our belief in Yahushua as a tradition, which then makes it a religion, which makes the word of Yah of no effect in our lives, which leads a door right in for spirits, principalities, and demons to wreak havoc in our lives, often without us ever being the wiser to it. Listen, to a believer, this should not just be a conspiracy theory, but an expectation of times eventually having to occur. It is not possible for Yah's word to be fulfilled without all of these events happening and coming together. It should not sound crazy to a believer that there are people that work for the devil, desiring unlimited amounts of power, and that control has been given to them by helping their God set himself up as the one to be worshipped by the world. This should be a mere expectation of a believer. And the fact that all of this is happening today, showing so clearly that we are moving towards this new world order, is actually evidence of the truth of our Creator and how awesome and wonderful He is, that He has tried to tell us of this thousands of years before it occurred.